For every DST player, Dragonfly is the first raid boss that they encounter. Unlike all the other ones, she spawns in ready to kill you on day 1. With 27,500 HP, an unintuitive kiting pattern, the ability to spawn powerful minions, and an enrage mode, Dragonfly is a force to be reckoned with. However, DST has been out since 2016, so the community has developed many ways to deal with her. The most popular way is to set up walls around one of her lava ponds to neutralize her lava, attack her 6 times and then dodge, and use the pan flute to put her to sleep when she enrages. This is a really solid strat that can be set up quickly. However, there are other ways to fight her, which often speeds up things quite a bit. It's for all those reasons that Dragonfly is one of the most popular categories for speedruns. One of my recent community posts advertised the Dragonfly Speedrun tournament hosted by the DST Speedrunning Discord. Basically, it's a competition to see who can beat Dragonfly the fastest in one of 5 seeded worlds. There are other details like which characters, mods, and world settings are allowed, and the tournament ends on December 13th. So if you're interested in submitting a run, please check the description of this video. Wendy's probably not the best character to speedrun Dragonfly with, but in honor of the Dragonfly Speedrunning tournament, I thought I'd try it out as her. So this is how it went. After spawning in, I immediately started picking grass, twigs, and flint. Since this is a seeded speedrun, I already know exactly where everything is at. For this run, I'll need a total of 7 twigs, 27 grass, and 4 flint. I'm not going to get all of that from the starting biome, but I do end up walking away from here with all the twigs and enough flint to make a pickaxe. The next biome is the Buffalo Savanna. Here, I pick grass and mine the border for rocks and flint. The rocks are for a hammer and the extra flint is for a second pickaxe that I will make in about a minute. After getting almost all the grass I need, I leave the Buffalo Savanna while following the brick path past Bee Queen and the second birchnut biome. After entering Mandrake Forest, I veered off to the right to pick up a hambat from Maboon. After that, I headed deeper into the forest, crafted a hammer, and then hammered the pig house for its materials. Once all the materials are collected, I mined the marble sculptures until I had at least 9 marble. This is what the second pickaxe is for. With almost all the marble I needed for the run, I headed out of the Mandrake Forest and into the picking biome. Here I hammered another pig house for its materials, mined Glommer statue for the final 3 pieces of marble, and picked up the pan flute. At this point I only needed 4 grass to craft everything I'd need for Dragonfly. So I headed out of the picking biome, traveled through the swamp, then picked up 4 grass and triple mac before finally arriving at Dragonfly. Remember how this is a seeded run? Well, this particular seed has a set piece containing an alchemy engine and a tent right next to the Dragonfly arena. So I hammer the walls to get 2 logs and hammer the tent to get 2 rope. I then turn the logs into a campfire and use the alchemy engine to turn 4 cutstone into 12 walls, craft 4 football helmets, and 2 marble suits. With this, I was finally ready to fight Dragonfly. At the beginning of the video, I said there are multiple ways to deal with Dragonfly. Well, this is one of them, and it's kind of weird, but I'll do my best to summarize it. First, I lure Dragonfly away from the arena. Normally, Dragonfly will fly away if she ventures too far, but before she does that, I put her to sleep with the pan flute. After waking her up, I can now bring her even further away from the arena without her flying back. Dragonfly will fly away if I bring her too far from where I just put her to sleep. So before she does that, I put her to sleep again. Then I start to build a wall. This time it's 8 walls face to face. After building the wall, I keep Dragonfly asleep while pushing her so that she's like a quarter on one side of the wall and 3/4 on the other. Then I make a campfire to ward off Charlie, summon Abigail on the left side, and then start the fight. After attacking Dragonfly a bit, I run around the walls to the other side while staying close enough to Dragonfly so that she doesn't move. The reason I started the fight on the left was so that Abigail stays on that side. After I'm on the right side, the strategy is just tank hits with the marble suit and spank with the hambat. The marble suit gives Wendy 95% damage resistance, which means Dragonfly is dealing less than 4 damage per slap. The hambat does 59.5 damage when fresh, however Abigail buffs Wendy's attacks, so Wendy is hitting about as hard as a dark sword. Once Dragonfly's HP goes down to 22,000, she begins to spawn lava. I immediately unequip the marble suit and run to the other side of the walls, while pushing Abigail away from the lava. While Dragonfly is doing this, she just ignores everything, so I'm free to just deal a ton of damage to her. Once Dragonfly is done spawning lava, she turns around and starts slapping Wendy again, until all her lava die. The reason I wanted to push Abigail away from the lava is so she's too far away to kill them. Abigail does 40 damage per hit during night, and the lava have 500 HP, which means if Abigail's attacking them, all of them are dead in 13 seconds. I also want Abigail away from them because it's ridiculously hard to unsummon her when she's surrounded by walls, Dragonfly, lava, and tons of fire. Once I see there's only 1 lava left, I unsummon Abigail and get ready to blow the pan flute as soon as the last one dies. Since Dragonfly tried to spawn lava, I push her while she sleeps, so that she's more on the other side of the wall. Once she wakes up and starts to spawn lave, I again run to the other side of the wall while not getting too far away from her, summon Abigail, and then start attacking her again. Once there's only one lave left, I unsummon Abigail and blow the pan flute once the last lave dies. This time Dragonfly enrages, so I know she's not going to immediately spawn lave once she wakes up. After pushing her more to the other side of the walls, I unsummon Abigail and start smacking away again. Once I see her spawn lave, I unequip the marble suit and again run to the other side of the wall while staying within Dragonfly's slap range. On the other side, I continue animation cancelling the handbat hits. After a 3.5 minute fight, Dragonfly dies before the 2-minute mark on day 2. I end up walking away from this with only 3 HP, which means one more hit and I would have been dead. This is partially due to me messing up in the beginning by taking a slap without marble armor equipped, but a lot of it also has to do with fire damage from exploding lava, which I believe is RNG. Despite that, I like this method for speedrunning because RNG plays such a small role in the outcome. This method significantly removes the penalty for things like bad lava spawning RNG, or Dragonfly not enraging if you don't kill the last one. Anyways, that's my Seeded Dragonfly speedrun as Wendy. I will not be submitting this run to the tournament, so if you want to try and speedrun Dragonfly as her, feel free to use this strat. With enough trial and error, I'm sure this time can be greatly improved upon. With that said, like always, thanks for watching, take care, and have a great day. And don't forget to check out the Dragonfly Seeded Speedrunning Tournament. Once again, the information is in the description.